Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interruption. My name is Matthew. I'm alongside Reed and Parker. And for today's episode, we will be talking about if Brock Purdy did not get hurt in the Eagles game, would they have beat the Eagles and would they have gone to the Super Bowl? And also, did Joel Embiid deserve the MVP trophy? Let's start off with the Brock Purdy topic. What do you think, Reed?
Honestly, I think the Eagles would have won the game either way. Purdy, I just don't think that Niners team was ready enough for the Eagles. Eagles had a great team, had a great defense, had a great pass rush, and they were getting to him all night. And, as it showed, and as Purdy got injured with the elbow, as Hassan Reddick forced a fumble.
I think the 49ers were more than ready to win the Super Bowl. They had the most playoff experience than anybody on that team, because a lot of the guys on the Eagles who had experience were kind of old, like Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox. But, if Purdy, he never lost a game. And, 49ers, they were hot. And that's all that really matters in sports. If you get hot at the right time, then you can make a deep playoff run and bring home with a trophy. And I think that's exactly what the 49ers were going to do. It just happened that Purdy got injured, and they just didn't have another adequate quarterback that could lead them to a victory. And I think that really hurt the team morale during the game. They knew they couldn't win with that quarterback. So I think they knew they couldn't win, so they maybe played a little less more than they would have with Purdy at the helm. And I think that's why the Eagles wound up winning in the margin they did.
Niners honestly would not have won this game. They wouldn't have. Purdy is just not ready for an NFC Championship yet. It's his rookie year. He started in week 12, week 13, or week 11, something like that. And he played Brady. He outdueled Brady. He's the only quarterback to beat Brady in his debut. But I still don't think he was ready for an NFC Championship. And even if he did win this game, what would happen in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, Purdy, he was ready for a divisional round. He's ready for a wild card round, and he was ready for the last part of the season, which is the most important part. You got to make that playoff push. At the time he got the starting job, the 49ers were looking at a 3 seed, Vikings 2 seed. That eventually switched, so he played a division rival Seahawks rather than the New York Giants that wound up advancing to the divisional round. So, if Purdy's not a quarterback, you still have Garoppolo. They might be a 3 seed, and they probably would have been a wild card exit. I think Purdy was the guy for the 49ers. They loved him. He was a great locker room guy. He had support from his teammates and coaches. I think they would have definitely been a historic team.
But unfortunately, we'll never know how that would have happened. Yeah. But on to our next topic in the NBA. Joel Embiid wins the MVP, but there was a lot of controversy about that. Did he deserve it? What do you think, Parker?
Absolutely not. Nikola Jokic, out of his MVP run, or back-to-back MVPs, he had his best season this year. Now, you could say he really played his best after the MVP award was already announced. And maybe there was some motivation in there because he didn't win. I don't really know. But Nikola Jokic was the best player in the NBA this year, and I think he's the best player in the world. I don't think it's close.
I think Embiid definitely deserved it. He played well. He put the team on his back. Sixers are a great all-around team. He was making passes. He was getting rebounds. He's putting up consistent numbers every night. And, before the injury in the playoffs, he was playing really well. And I think he did deserve the MVP.
I think Embiid was a little too reliant on his teammates. Whenever James Harden would do good, the team would do good. Whenever James Harden would do bad, they'd lose. So was James Harden really the main player of the team? Did they revolve around him? Of course, Embiid, we know how good he is. He's not a bad player. He's definitely an MVP caliber player. I just don't think this year he should have won the award. Whereas Nikola Jokic, didn't he set a record of triple-doubles, most triple-doubles in a postseason? He was just nobody could guard him.
Of course, everyone has their own opinions, but nothing can change now until next season. And that's all the time we have. Pardon the interruption. Again, my name is Matthew alongside Reed and Parker. Thank you for tuning in.